and I went a full circle, so I got backwards. Do you guys have anything to say?
What has the new shielding done to your power grid balance?
Not much. With built-in capacitor subsystems, they have a surprisingly low draw.
Doesn't that mean the shielding boost wouldn't last long under fire?
True. They're built for hard, fast strikes, not firefights of attrition.
Fair enough. Doesn't seem like the game's ever going to give me space battles, so this doesn't seem that important, but we'll see. Maybe they will. I have been upgrading the ship, after all.
Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I may need your help. I just received a message from the migrant fleet. The Admiralty Board has accused me of treason. I'm scared, Shepard.
They're crazy, or what are the charges? They're crazy. We'll start there. I assume we'll get this one after.
Nobody who knows you could believe you'd betray your people, Tali.
I don't know. They don't lay charges like this unless the evidence seems absolute. But thanks. I appreciate your faith in me, Shepard.
What are the charges?
Is it because you're working with Cerberus?
I'm not working with Cerberus. I'm working with you. And I got leave to serve on the Normandy again. I have no idea what they're accusing me of. You'd think I would remember if I betrayed the fleet.
You should remember. So what's the next step?
What happens when a Quarian is accused of treason?
There's a hearing, with members of the Admiralty Board acting as judges. My father is an admiral on the board. He'll have to recuse himself from judgment. I can't even imagine what he's thinking right now. The punishment for treason is exile. If they convict me, I can never go back.
You can stay with me. Alright, tell me the nature of your charges.
So you have no idea why they're accusing you?
None. The specifics of charges like this are rarely discussed on open channels. I won't know any more until I get to the flotilla.
Tell me of the punishment.
What happens if you're convicted?
Like I said, exile. The specifics are up to the judges. If it's deemed only a tragic mistake in judgment, the guilty party might receive a small ship and supplies. Not that it really matters. Either way, if I'm convicted, I'll never see the migrant fleet again.
Exile is an odd choice.
So, no prison and no death penalty?
We don't have the spare resources for long-term incarceration. Monitored work detail is more effective. And we don't have enough people to afford executions. An exile can still have children, and those children are welcomed back to the fleet.
Wait, I thought you said child. Like an exile can have a child. Are they backing off from the failed math that they did in the first game? They might be. So, how common is this?
How often is someone from the fleet charged with treason?
It's rare. It must be something that affects the entire flotilla, not just one ship. The most recent one was Honora Vanya Vassilani, an engineer who handed over fleet defense schematics to the Batarians. She had good intentions. The Batarians were contracted to upgrade our systems, but they passed the defense schematics to a pirate gang.
What happened to her?
Was she convicted?
No. She made a suicide run on the pirate gang. She destroyed them before they could attack the fleet. She was pardoned posthumously. Let's hope I don't have to prove my innocence that way.
Super. What's the procedure for the trial?
So how does the trial work? How soon do we need to get you there?
They'll wait a reasonable period of time for me to come and defend myself. Eventually, if I don't show up, they'll try me in absentia. As for how it works, it's less formal than an Earth trial or something you'd see on the Citadel. We're family. This is just the worst kind of family meeting.
Oh, where they sit you in a circle and they say, listen, we all love you, but... Ah, crap. This is an intervention. All right, I'll help.
Okay. Let's go find the flotilla.
I was going to book passage on another ship. I didn't think there would be time for you to help. Thank you, Shepard. I'll program the Normandy with the flotilla's current location. The admirals will be waiting for us.
All right, so we got ourselves a new journal entry, also a codex entry for the migrant fleet. The flotilla, or the migrant fleet, is a fleet of roughly 50,000 starships that houses over 17 million Quarians. The largest collection of starfaring vessels in the galaxy. The fleet is so large It may take days for all the ships to pass through a mass relay. The ships are constantly repaired, replaced, and upgraded to comfortably house as many Quarians as possible. Typically, ships specialize in roles for the fleet, from the enormous agricultural live ships to the shielded lab ships to the repurposed freighters known as home ships that house Quarian children, young parents, and educators. Employed Quarians typically live in the ship they work on, since commuting from ship to ship ties up resources with unnecessary docking procedures. Even within the flotilla, Quarians on most ships will remain encased in their protective suits. Rarely, Quarians will meet on clean ships for specific purposes, such as medical services or reproduction. When this occurs, they remove their suits, knowing full well that it is likely they will spend a few days having allergic reactions or getting over infections, as their weakened immune systems compensate for each other's presence. So, like sex. You know, how they keep their numbers up. Gives them allergic reactions or infections? Or did they find a way to do it through the suits? They probably didn't. So, like, how bad of hives are we talking about here? All right, we have a new mission. We have Tali Treason travel to the migrant fleet in Rahil Leia, located in the Valhallan Threshold. I'll consider that, but since we just got it, we'll probably put that off for a little bit. In favor of other things. I don't mean to, like, obsess about their sex lives. It's just that it seems like these are issues. Well, we can't, like, touch each other. I have a question then. Saeed!
This mission takes me back.
Right.
One time we were trying to clear out this gun nest outside a base on Vatar. Nothing we did even made a dent in that thing. Someone had the bright idea to kidnap a local girl, strap grenades on her, and make her go seduce the guy in the bunker. Terrible thing, I tell you. Well, she went up there, knocked on the door, and nothing. Grenades never went off. But the guy stopped shooting, and we snuck by. Never found out what happened.
Oh, you're a great guy, Zaid.
You smoke, Shepard? Don't. That stuff will kill you.
Or bullets.
You're a kid once. Weapons dealer. Probably half your age. Bastard smoked too close to a cache of explosives. Tossed a butt, blew himself sky high.
Oh, not like cancer or anything like that. No emphysema, no, it's the fire, that'll get you.
I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
Alright, I think we are done here. Just the 3 people, right? 4 people, but I didn't talk to Samara, so I think we are, did I talk to all of them? Yeah, I talked to everybody here. So we are good to go. I believe that I have more roaming the galaxy to do. I'll do some probing, but yeah, I've been cutting back lately. Not that it necessarily helps all that much, but we're here in Dhaka. I'll do pretty much everything unless I find something particularly interesting. Sometimes there's something interesting on the planets near a base, but not that one. Not that one. Since there is like a place to land, sometimes there is something interesting in the stars or the planets nearby, but nope. Apparently, since this was a secret facility, nothing around here is functional or anything like that. And nothing particularly interesting at all. That is a disappointment. Get me in? Nope. Alright, so I will scan the rest of these, and I will go to the other systems in the immediate area. Is it just the 2, or is there another one? It looks like it's just the 2, so I'll go to Kalabsha and Kurtasi off screen. If there's anything of use or particular importance, I will point it out. Well, I found Kalabsha kind of interesting, so let's take a look at the 2 planets that are here, because both of them seem to have life on them. So we have Tefnut, a hydrogen and helium gas giant. Tefnut is home to a helium-3 collection and the nearest refueling facility to the Nubian Expanse's mass relay. As such, it is a major gateway to the Virgin Terminus systems, and has become famous for its hospitality industry. Tefnut's motto is known throughout the galaxy, like home, only better. Visitors here can stay at expansive resort stations, watch locally produced entertainment, buy mind-affecting substances not welcome in Citadel space, and rent companionship. Resources are shipped in from Yom at substantial discounts, allowing the small space stations to have surprising luxuries such as edible arthropods and large amounts of fresh water. There are 33,810 people spread across 5 space stations here. So like I said, it's a little interesting. They said that they were importing stuff from here, which is Yom, so let's take a look at Yom. With over 90% of its surface covered in oceans, Yom's is a habitable nitrogen-oxygen world, but its extremes can be quite hostile to sapient life. The heat from its extremely long days reaches dangerous levels, ranging from 24 Celsius at night to 53 in the afternoon in the temperate zones. Hurricanes run unchecked across the oceans, with winds reaching up to 250 kilometers per hour. For the record, that's I think 80 at night, 80 degrees Fahrenheit at night to death in the afternoon. I think that's 120, 130, somewhere around there. And then, what would 250 be in miles? Probably around 200? A little bit less than that, like 180 to 200 miles per hour. Those are strong winds. While there are some arthropod-like animals, the predominant forms of life are various kinds of toxic algae blooms that stretch hundreds of kilometers across. However, other biohydrocarbon algae blooms are suitable for use as biofuel. In farming, the green gold forms the backbone of Yom's economy. It was founded in 2170. There are just under 500,000 people there. The capital is New Karnak. So, there you go. Neither one of these places had anything for me to mine, but they're interesting, I will say. Off to Kurtasi, where there was really nothing of interest other than a large star, although I have to say we have seen larger. So let's move on. We have some work to do. We've already been to the Shadow Sea. I feel like we've done quite a bit of work. I know I want to stay away from here, the Hawking Ada, but I believe there's some work that I can do here. Actually, let's just go here. I'm trying to make sure that's not where the IFF is. It seems fine, so let's head there. Also, I do hear that there's something I should do to kind of, well, stay away from Tali's loyalty mission. I'm told that will be helpful for the time being, but I'll go over that more later. All right, so there's more stuff for me to explore around here. There is a fuel depot, and there's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 different places. So I'm going to explore this place, and I will let you know if there's anything particularly interesting. If not, I'll meet you in Yukawa eventually. There was an interesting planet here in Baylor. Right next to Cernunnos, which is the large gas giant, there is Calliston, which is interesting because there's people living there. The hostile moon Calliston is the largest satellite of the gas giant Cernunnos. An ancient asteroid strike deposited major loads of element 0 within the molten sulfur mantle. Eldfell Ashland Energy's mining operations have made it the largest source of Starship drive core material in the Attican Traverse. Calliston is racked with volcanism due to tidal stresses from Cernunnos. Because of weak solar output, plant-like life on Calliston is not carbon-based and photosynthetic, but silicon-based and thermosynthetic, requiring heat rather than sunlight to power its chemical reactions. These organisms flourish in volcanic vents and during solar flares when Baylor can double or triple in luminosity. Sadly, sapient habitation is not possible here, and Calliston's biodiversity is considered threatened by the Citadel Council Committee on Habitable Worlds. But it's got a population of 1.8 billion. It was founded in 1975. Its capital is Sinew. It's got an orbital distance of nothing around Cernunnos. It has an orbital period around Cernunnos, which is weird because it's really close to the star, but still they're saying people live here. I don't know how to make that out, but it feels like there's going to be something that I have to do here maybe later, since I have not been here before. All right, Time to go to the other systems. I'll let you know. And of course, the first place that I go to has an anomaly. This is Titus. It is in Talava.
Anomaly detected.
Titus is a desert of whitish potassium salts and reddish iron oxides. Titus is far enough away from its parent star to have a tolerable surface temperature that only has a trace atmosphere of carbon dioxide and oxygen. It is still hospitable enough for criminals in the Terminus systems to use it as a staging base. Turian patrols sometimes fly through the area, looking to preempt jailbreak attempts on Matrum's prisons. Travel advisory: unregistered starships have been spotted in the vicinity of Titus. Civilian travel is not recommended. We can start the scanner. Let's just go for it. It's cold.
Welcome to it. Repeat, there's a piece of crab mech on this planet's surface.
Probe away.
Did they say
I have
crab?
found something.
Surface scans detect one Emir heavy mech signature matching an unknown, possibly pirate registration. Mech appears to be disabled, but broadcasting a looping message. Message does not appear to be a distress signal. Resource scans indicate large quantities of mineral resources available, but obscured behind walls of dense stone. All right, let's land. I think this is the perfect opportunity to bring Tally along. Maybe we'll bring Jack so we can round things out in case I'm wrong about there being mech everywhere. Felt like Tally was not going to be good at a biotic facility, but maybe this will be better for her. All right, so we do have a new appearance for Jack. Clothes. Yeah, we'll still give it a shot. You're coming along, Jack. Tally, you're coming along as well. First time we get to see you. All right, we're good with you. No, I wanted to max out overload. I feel like area was still the better way to go with this one, so I'm gonna stick with area overload. Jack got 2 points. You automatically got 1 in warp ammo. Transforms absorb biotic energy into heavier damage against health, armor, and biotic barriers. How much? It's only got 1.5 second recharge time, lasts until overridden by another ammo power. She doesn't have one, so that could be good. A biotic mass effect field keyed into this ammo increases its damage against health, armor, and barriers. Does extra health damage to targets affected by biotics. I'm still gonna save. I feel like like pull's gonna be better overall. How much is it actually increasing? 10% each time. That's not bad, but I still feel the need to save up for pull. Tally, you got some good stuff, don't you? All right, we got combat drone. How good is that? Spawns a tech drone to draw enemy fire. The drone can electrically stun targets briefly and damage their shields. Only one drone can be active at a time. It lasts 18 seconds. It's got a 4-second recharge time on its attack. And she can use it every 30 seconds. And then as time goes on, I get more health and less recharge time. I feel like I should go for Quarian Machinist, though, but I probably need to level up, combat drone to get AI hacking. All right, let's level that up. We'll get AI hacking. Temporarily hacks a synthetic enemy to attack its former allies. It lasts 5 seconds, and I can use it every 12 seconds. So that's nice. And then, wow, it also generates a temporary shield around the hack target, so it can fight more effectively against its allies. See, I was thinking I should max out Quarian Machinist, but that works out well. I don't know how to go with whether to get her tech skills or whether I should get her weapon damage. I don't know what her focus is going to be. But we also have energy drain. Within a small area of effect, you can divert power from an opponent's shields or from synthetic enemies to restore the user's shields. Not bad. I feel like AI hacking, at least level 2 is the way to go. And then after that, we can see what we can do. It greatly increases the duration of AI hacking and strength of the shield. Gives AI hacking a wide area effect, so multiple synthetics can be hacked at once. Yeah, we're gonna be doing the 3-meter radius on that. Granted, it takes 3 seconds off, and 150 points in shields off, but I can get multiple ones. If that works out well, that's going to be really nice. And then we'll put the rest into Quarian Machinist as far as it'll go for now. Oh, I can max that out. Let's level that up. And we'll go with Quarian Engineer because it increases her power duration by 25% as opposed to her weapon damage. I feel like she's going to be more of a, well, a hacker for me. Just seems to be the way that that's going to work. Usually I wait to see, but that looked really, really good. So I'm hoping that build works out well. I believe I need to give you all the options here. Let's go with the scimitar, and that's good there. Let's head in.